Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We've got a pending sell signal on Bitcoin. It keeps flashing pending sell, no pending sell, pending sell, and no pending sell. So we're going to get into it. We're going to take a deeper dive into it. This is going to be our last live stream of 2023. Wow, time flies, right? It's been crazy. We went through the 2022 bear market. 2023 has been buy the dip season. And are we going to end 2023 buy the dip season with a pending sell that turns into a sell signal on Bitcoin? That's what we're going to find out today. We'll be snipering the markets together all of 2024 on these live streams, in the Discord, on the Twitter X app. Our plan is to continue to keep going in 2024, and we'll see how it goes from there. I don't like to make 5 to 10 year plans, but definitely 2024, possibly 2025. We'll see how it goes. Take it 1 year, one month, 1 day at a time. So the first, if you're new to the channel, awesome. If you're not, welcome back. If you're on the replay crew, we need you too. We need you to smash that like button. We need you to smash the subscribe button, and we'll get going here. The first 15 to 30 minutes, we'll go in the charts pretty heavily. And then the second half of the live stream, put in your questions, put in your requests, and then we'll take a look at it. Your requests, just make sure to put in the ticker symbol and, if it's a crypto, if it's stock, or if it's Forex, whatever it is. And let us know all the details that you want us to see, and we'll chart it for you on the other side. So Wes Diddy, good morning, market snipers. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, Aldo. Have a great New Year celebration, Olson. Yep. Being consistent over there, Aldo, misspelling my name on purpose, because we know on this live stream, I don't pronounce people's names very, very good. So Aldo's keeping the balance here, being consistent, and misspelling my name on purpose. So it's not that he's incompetent. He's just keeping the balance of me being incompetent of pronouncing your name correctly. So I'll do my best. James Rowland, evening snipers. Awesome, James. Evening. Shooter, by the way, Merry Christmas, Jesse. Yep, a little late. 4 days late, Shooter, by the way. We're on to Happy New Year, my man. We're on our way to Happy New Year. TGIF too. What a great, glorious day on this Friday, right? What a great, glorious Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Laugh out loud. Yep. Thanks, I guess. Yep, I guess. So Merry Christmas, Shooter, by the way. 4 days late. No worries over there. Just a little late. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, whatever you're into over there. So with that, Happy New Year 2024 coming on strong. Remember, Monday is the stock market is closed, so there will be no live stream. So we'll continue to keep the new streak going. This is our third straight live stream only, but we went 75 in a row. And then on Tuesday, I couldn't make it. We were traveling back from Arizona, hanging out with the family, and got to go see the family, spend time with them. Had a lot of nieces and nephews. Man, finally feeling about 98% of my energy back. Holy moly, guacamole! Those kids tired me out. Nieces and nephews tired me out. We had a lot of family members, hanging out and stuff, and trying to entertain them and stuff. They're wild creatures over there. So starting to get it all back. Plus, I don't sleep as well, right? We have our bed situation here with the California King, all dialed in here, and not as dialed in at my parents' house. And of course, my parents are smokers. My dad and stepmom are smokers too. So it's not ideal situation, but we get through it for 3 or 4 days. So enough about the rambling. We've got Bitcoin pending sell signal. Quick recap. Let's do a quick recap here just to kind of get back in the flow here. We had prices oversold, right? Prices oversold. We had bullish divergence followed by a reverse candle, followed by a higher low, followed by another higher low. And then after that last buy signal, we haven't had a sell signal since all the way back on October 11th. And we talked about this. We're not just talking about it today. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. We laid out two scenarios. I don't know if we're going to see Doc today because there is a pending sell. And he was saying, $150,000 guaranteed by mid 2024, all-time highs. I think he said all-time highs by end of 2023. So if we get another bull run, assuming we get another bull run, I'm hoping so, but it's never a guarantee. Assuming we get another bull run, right? I wouldn't expect all-time highs until probably the third quarter of 2024. So 100,000 Bitcoin in 2022 didn't happen according to influencers, right? $100,000 Bitcoin 2023 didn't happen according to influencers. They said it would. We were promised. We were guaranteed. $10,000 Bitcoin didn't happen. 2023, 2022, right? So stay neutral is the moral of the story. Stay neutral. Let the charts tell you what's happening. And this is what the chart's been happening. After this huge pump up, we've been talking about it since October 25th to November 10th, November 15th, December 5th, and all the way up till December 8th, I believe. We had bearish divergence, right? We have bearish divergence. Bearish divergence all the way to December 8th, right? So we've got bearish divergence, and we've been talking about it. We've been calling it out. Back here, we talked about would price put in a lower high? We didn't know for sure, and it wasn't confirmed, right? Then we were talking about it right here. Will price put in a lower high? End up having a sell signal, not confirmed, right? And then we were talking about there's all these wicks, right? All these wicks, and then be a milestone if we got a candle close back above 37,850-ish, and we did on December 1st. And once that milestone happened, then we were talking about higher prices. And remember, 3 of the 4 longer-term targets have been hit. Take some water here. 3 of the 4 longer-term targets have been hit so far. The 4th target was never hit. It's just above $48,000. And we laid out 2 scenarios back here. If you go back to the live streams, if you go back to the Bitcoin videos on YouTube, we talked about it. We covered it. We laid out 2 scenarios back here. Was it 20 days ago? 3 weeks ago almost, right? That either price would come down, basically would come down like this, come back up, hit that target, and then come back down. That was like scenario 1. Scenario 2 would be it comes down, puts in a lower high, and then comes back down here. Both were buy the dip scenarios. Both were corrections. One either takes you higher to hit that 4th longer term target before the halving, and then go into a correction before the halving. Remember, the halving is estimated to be April 18th, 2024, right? So doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but in previous cycles, we have seen that there's been big pumps before the halving, right around 1,300 days. And I've got the halving tracker pulled up here, just kind of, refresh what we've been talking about. And so we've been covering this, that a pump before the halving around, leading up into about 1,300 days, followed by bigger correction before the halving, and then right before the halving, start to make its move to the upside for another possible buy the dip scenario, right? So we haven't just started talking about this today. We've been talking about it. We've been covered it on the live streams. We've been covered it on the videos. To always go back to that. We've been every single day. We've been covering it and posting in the Discord, Twitter, X app, all that stuff, right? So here we are. Fast forward to present time, right? Here we are. Price is overbought. There's still bearish divergence going back to December 8th. Price broke down, came all the way back up. It's possible this is a lower high. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it since December 22nd. Possible lower high, possible lower high, possible lower high. And then price keeps breaking back down from the trending dots. Now we have a pending sell signal. We haven't had a sell signal since, like I said, back in October 11th. And now we have a red trending dot. We haven't had a red trending dot since middle of October as well. So it seems like the probabilities are increasing that we're coming back down to lower targets. Let's put those on, right? So I pointed this out in the Discord. We got a red trending dot. It wasn't even a pending sell signal yet. Now we're having a pending sell signal and it's breaking down, right? Over in Recorded Coaching, I haven't posted there in a while, but I posted an entire chart setup that and an explanation that in the discussion Recorded Coaching group that I was still in my hut stock position for longer term, but that I put on an options short. You can call it a hedge if you want, but might as well capitalize the downside. And the last time I checked, it was up 96%. It's probably up a lot more now, right? Yeah, it was about up here when it was at 96%, 96.43%. And so it's probably up closer to about 110% now. So, and I laid out all my reasons why I did it. So instead of like jumping in and jumping out of the stock, I put on a lunch money hedge. I'm not all in on HUT anyways, but whatever profits I take on the short term options, I'm going to flip back around and add it to my stock positions because I'm okay holding my stock positions because I got in at $8.80. So yes, it's down. It's only $13.18, right? And so I put on the options short, and I've laid out all my reasons why bearish divergence, breakdown from trend lines, all that stuff based off the lower time frames on the 1 hour chart, etc. Laid it all out in the Recorded Coaching, and I posted that this morning. So, and then I'm going to just flip around. And if it puts in a higher, assuming it puts in a higher low, right? Puts in a higher low wherever that is, then I'll add that to my stock position, and it will be almost like a dollar cost averaging, right? But more strategic than that. So I just wanted to kind of point that out. So if you're in Recorded Coaching, definitely go check out that. I tagged everyone, so everyone should be able to get a notification over there just for educational purposes. Obviously, I didn't do it ahead of time. I posted it after the fact for educational purposes. So anyways, Bitcoin, could we see a deeper pullback, right? So if we kind of zoom out here for a second, this is the fourth longer term target that never got hit. And this blue line's the 2023 highest daily candle close. So we put that based off of December 8th, and it closed lower than that. So that'd be a lower high, right, on Bitcoin. Broke down from this upward trend line, breaking down from the trending dots. There's a red trending dot, and now we have a pending sell signal. And then the lower high will be confirmed if it takes out 41,000, call it 225-ish. But this daily candle close here on December 11th, the lower high will be confirmed if price takes out that low there. And a lot of people will wait for that, right? I don't, but a lot of people wait for that. I just think it's kind of late. And, so I like to be a little bit early. And then when I take profits, I don't have to worry about it hitting all four targets. I can get out at target 3, whatever I do, and take profits from there and be okay. Myrna Bacon, good morning. Good morning, Myrna. Welcome back. Shooter, by the way. Yep. So that's Bitcoin. We got a pending sell signal. So remember, this is the halving, right? So this is still, if we look at it from here, we had those two scenarios mapped out, right? The two scenarios that were mapped out back on December 8th could come down like this, come up, hit that target, come down, put in a lower high, and then come back down for the next buy the dip opportunity, right? It's all based off of the next buy the dip opportunity before possibly the next halving. That is my main thesis. That is my main base case. Gert Jan Tenhove, good evening. Good evening, Gert Jan Tenhove. Welcome back. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Gert Jan Tenhove. I think I'm pretty close. I always ask you. I always ask. But so that was scenario 1. now with the pending sell signal, this is becoming less likely, right? Less likely, and the probabilities are starting to increase that scenario 2 could play out, where it comes in, puts in a lower high, puts in a lower low, puts in a lower high, and continues down like that, right? Maybe bounces, puts in a higher low, and then comes out, right? So that would be scenario 2 that we laid out back, 3 weeks ago, right? So this isn't new. So 3 weeks ago we laid this out. There's maybe something like that, right? So that would be scenario 2, and the probabilities are starting to increase that scenario 2 by the dip uh, scenario is going to play out. So we'll see. We're going to take it level by level. We're going to take it step by step. Obviously, it's never a guarantee. And where we'd be wrong is if price starts taking out the 200-week moving average again, something would be off, in my opinion. Something would be wrong, in my opinion. And because I wouldn't think that it would go back below the 200-week moving average being this far in advance. Maybe a wick below, but if you start getting daily closes and then even weekly closes back below the 200-week moving average, then something would be off, in my opinion, and we'd have to reassess our whole thoughts on this, right? So that's what we're going to continue to watch. Jesse, today I buy clean spark stock if Bitcoin going down. What recommend doing? Ooh, yeah. I don't give financial advice, but we'll take a look at it. But Clean Spark is down right now. Clean Spark is down 17%, right? Bitcoin has a pending sell signal, right? So I don't give financial advice, but we'll take a look at the charts. What's up, 4K mods? Welcome back. So those are the two scenarios that we're still watching. I'll probably do a deeper dive on it on a video. I know I've been talking about it, but we're still been kind of waiting and watching. I've been trying to get my energy back from having too much fun with the fam, right? So, but the last couple of days, it's just been kind of going sideways. So probably makes sense to do a video now. But maybe we don't even need to because we just kind of started covering it from there. But yeah, I might do a video on it, see how the day closes, and or possibly tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But that's what we're watching, and those are the two scenarios of a possible buy the dip scenario before the next halving, and then that would be when I consider personally that it would be the next full bull run after that. And then possibly by quarter 3, maybe even quarter 4, we're challenging all-time highs up around that 65,000 range from there. And then we'll see if it breaks out past the 65,000. And if it does, then we can start talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. But we have a lot of work to do. We've got some corrections to go through before we start talking about $100,000 Bitcoin, right? There's no need to talk about $100,000 Bitcoin when we're talking about a pending sell that we could probably see some prices get below $36,000 here. The probabilities continue to increase, and that was a massive move. So retracements are expected. We expect Bitcoin to pump. We expect Bitcoin to have retracements along the way, 20, 30, possibly even 40% corrections along the way. Crypto, we expect 30, 40, and even up to 60% or more corrections along the way because they pump 200 to 300% or more, right? So not so smart to buy right now. Good afternoon, Jesse. Good afternoon, Caesar. Welcome back. I buy the dip based off of a higher probability reversal, 4K mods. I don't buy when it's a pending sell signal. So me personally, I don't even buy if it hits a key target area. If it hits a key target area, I want to see it find support there and then have a higher probability reversal, and then I'll buy after that. So I don't need to catch each wick from wick to wick. I don't need to do that. I want to capture 80 to 90% of the move and have a higher probability. So I'm not guessing on every single wick that's the top. That's the top. That's the top. That's the top, right? That's the top. I don't need to guess every single top. All I need to do is wait for a higher probability reversal, and then I can capture 80 to 90% of the move, and that's more than enough, right? I don't need to try to, if you try to be a hero and capture every single wick top, you're most likely you're gonna lose money over time, right? Or the bottom, right? If you're trying to capture the bottom wick, you're guessing. So if you're guessing, you're eventually going to lose money. So that's it. That's Bitcoin. Let's take a look at let's see, gold. Let's see. Gold still bullish on the daily chart as of right now. There was a wick up there, 2088. And is it going through a shorter term retracement back down to the trending dots, similar to Bitcoin, right? It got pretty far extended away from the trending dots, came back down, has been battling it, and now it's back below the trending dots. So Bitcoin dominance hit all four targets to the downside. If crypto and Bitcoin continue to correct, then crypto will probably drop further and faster. So then you would probably see Bitcoin dominance find support here for a temporary bounce, right? So that's possible. So Bitcoin dominance could be finding support here at the fourth target to the downside if crypto is going to correct as well. If you look at the heat map, it's a little bit lagging, but Bitcoin down 1.41%, pending sell signal, Ethereum down 1.5%. And then you can see like other assets down 2% because they correct more, right? Cardano down 2.28%. So if Bitcoin's down 1.41, usually the crypto assets are down bigger, right? Solana's 2.96, but it was up 7%, right? So it's kind of misleading. If you weren't watching Solana was up, I think, at least 7% before I went to sleep at midnight, right? went to sleep at midnight, up at 6 a.m., right? I was still watching crypto, still watching Bitcoin, watching the futures, right? Obsessed with charts, right? Obsessed with charts. Kept my finger on the pulse, fell asleep, and then woke up at 6 and rock and roll after that. So Solana, Bitcoin, that's what we're kind of looking at. Having tracker keeps posting 1,318 days after having. So still 1,318 days after having. I have to reply that, right? So I liked it. Still 1,318 days. I don't know why they keep posting 1,318 days after having, but I have to make that comment over there. What is going on with the having tracker? Who's posting that, right? So again, after about 1,300 days on Bitcoin, you can see that peak there, right? You got this peak there just after 1,300 days. You got this double top, about 1,300, and then again after 1,300, and you got this peak at about 1,300 days, and then a lower high. So we're somewhere probably in between all three of them, looking very similar now, right around that 1,300 days. Yes, we didn't hit the fourth target. It was never guaranteed to hit the fourth target, but it looks like the probabilities are starting to increase. That it's starting to look a lot like the halving tracker again, right? This cycle possibly peaking before the next halving event, and it's right around that 1,300 days. So here we are again, a lot of similarities again, right? About 1,300 days probably back there, and now we're past that right now. So having tracker, been following that for about 2.5 years and continue to do so because the cycles, even though they're different and there's a lot of differences, there are still a lot of similarities. So I do take a look at it over there. And now we're just waiting and watching for the next possible buy the dip opportunity. And that's what we're looking at right now. So let's take a look at Ethereum. It's got bearish divergence, right? So you got bearish divergence on Ethereum as well. And then you've got additional bearish divergence followed by a reversal candle on Ethereum. It has not broken down or put in a lower high as of yet, right? So Ethereum does have bearish divergence followed by a reverse candle. Will Bitcoin lead the way with the pending sell signal? Possibly, right? Sand has got bearish divergence, but no lower high as of yet. Bearish divergence. Mana, bearish divergence, possible pending sell in the near future. It's back below the trending dots. There's no lower high as of right now, right? Just bearish divergence. Dot, same thing, bearish divergence. No lower high as of right now. Near, coming all the way back to the trending dots here. It was all the way up to $4.60 roughly, right? So you got bearish divergence going all the way back to November 1st. So November 1st was $1.50, right? So it was such a big move up to the upside. That was a massive pump. That last pump from that trend line alone was 124% in a matter of like a week, right? So now we're getting a retracement. That was a massive move from $1.05. So $1.05, you're looking at $1.05, where is it back here? All the way up 338%. Expect pullbacks along the way. There's bearish divergence, right? So we'll see. There's no lower high yet. There's no lower high on near, but there is bearish divergence. Chain link, you got bearish divergence, followed by a possible lower high, followed by a reversal candle. So chain link, we've been calling it out, talking about it. There is bearish divergence. There is a lower high that could be developed here. We do have a reverse candle, and it's possible, even though it found support just above the 200-week moving average, if it does have a pending sell signal after all that, it is possible it comes all the way back down below the 200-week moving average again, and then we'll see if it comes back for like a retracement back down to here. But as of right now, it's still currently bullish. It's still on the trending dots as of right now. It's just pointing it out that we do have bearish divergence. We do have a lower high, and we do have a reverse candle in on Chainlink as of right now. Solana came all the way up, almost hit longer term target 3, I believe. Yeah, longer term target 3, just missed it. We're not going to call it that it hit it. It just came up short. We got bearish divergence going all the way back to November 10th, right? So November 10th, there is no lower high as of yet, but there is bearish divergence. We're just calling it out in advance. It's currently bullish, currently above the trending dots, but it has retraced back from 126 back down to 104 so far. Cardano, we've got just a little bit of bearish divergence back here when price hit the 200-week moving average, right? Came down, possible lower high, rejected on the 200-week moving average with a nasty wick again, and now it's breaking back down. Probably going to have a pending sell signal in the near future. Already had an RSI sell signal way back here on December 16th. So the correction could be coming for Cardano as well, down 2.4% today. Matic, bearish divergence going all the way back to November 9th, right? No lower high as of yet. Hit these lower, shorter term targets back here and could come back down. You got the trending dots back here at about 89 cents right there as well. So that's Matic. Bitfarm just missed longer term target 2, right? Just missed it. Is back into the trending dots right now. Did have bearish divergence going back to December 8th. And here we are, additional bearish divergence all the way up to December 27th. No lower high as of right now, but is breaking down pretty hard right now. Possible RSI sell signal. Doesn't mean it couldn't flip back up, put in a lower high, and then come back down from there. So these are wild animals, right? It's like catching lightning in a bottle. So you have to decide what your game plan is. If you got in down here, maybe you're still holding in the stock, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Hopefully you're finding a little bit of entertainment during these live streams as well. We've got a lot of people. I say a lot. We've got 33 viewers right now. Smash the like, smash the subscribe button, and smash those comments if you want me to chart anything. Because don't wait until 9:50 and then 30 minutes from now, and then you want me to chart your request, because it's probably going to jump off by then. So make sure to get your request in early if you want me to chart anything for you, because we're going to keep rocking and rolling right now. But Bitfarm did have bearish divergence. The correction could be on. No lower high as of right now, but it goes up fast. It comes down fast, right? HUT, So map this out, right? Map this out in the Discord. We talked about it, and this was based off of the lower 1 hour chart and already hit multiple targets to the downside, and it's probably currently at, it was about 96% at about, for options play, it was at about 1380. So it's probably 150% right now. So mapped it out, put it in the Discord on the recorded coaching. Good afternoon, Jesse. Yep, got that one. 50K in January, 80K in March. I know, Doc. I'm sorry, my man, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I called you out again, right? Probably not going to see it. We got a pending sell signal on Bitcoin, right? Pending sell signal on Bitcoin, possible lower high here. So if you're talking about January, I'm going to say that there's a much higher possibility that we're going to see below $40,000. I know I'm really going out on a ledge here. Below 40,000 in January, not 50,000 in January. In March, we're going to be looking at below possibly 36,000 in February, and then March we'll see after that, but not 80,000 in March and 150,000 in June. We're not gonna hit 150,000 possibly this cycle. We don't even know if we're gonna hit 150,000 this cycle, let alone in June. And I don't even think we're gonna hit all-time highs in June, right? So if I'm wrong, great, awesome. There's gonna be a lot of bags that get pumped. This is 100. If in June, if we're back into the $48,000 range, hitting this target back in June, that would be awesome, right? That would be awesome. And then possibly quarter 3, quarter 4, challenging all-time highs at 65,000 in 2024. We're not talking about 150,000 by June. So yeah, we've been saving it, Doc. We've been saving it. Hope you're right. So we buy more cheap. Well, don't bet against the sniper. So I'm going to tell you that we're not going to see 150,000 by June. I'm sorry. I wish we would, but we're not going to. We're also not going to see $10,000 Bitcoin in June, right? I don't think we hit $10,000 Bitcoin. Definitely don't think we're going to hit our $150,000 Bitcoin. So those are two extremes. You see them out there. You got the perma bears, you got the perma bulls, Doc, perma bull over there, right? Probably, I don't know who you're watching over there. You're probably watching Michael Saylor too much out there, right? Michael Saylor's up only, even though he was underwater for like a year and a half, right? But he'll have the last laugh, I'm sure, long term, because he's got more Bitcoin than anyone else. But we're definitely not going to hit 150. I'm going to go on record here, right? We're definitely not going to hit $150,000 by June. Maybe 2025, but that seems a little high. We'll see. A little bit high to me, in my personal opinion. 4K mod saved. Here we go. Saved. But yeah, Doc talking about $150,000 June and $50,000 January when we got a pending sell signal. We got bearish divergence. We've got a confluence area down here. We're talking about a next possible buy the dip scenario. Save this live stream, share it, and don't get caught up with the perma bulls or the perma bears, right? So that's that. All right, we'll call it on that. So let's see. Let's get back to it. Hut, Hive, right? Hasn't hit the 200-week moving average on Hive yet. Big move up, big move down, put in a higher low. Big move up, big move down. Will it put in another higher low and then come all the way back up? So it went above, hit 4 out of 4 shorter term targets. We don't know if it's going to retest the 200-week moving average, but many other Bitcoin miners did. So eventually we're thinking that Hive will also retest the 200-week moving average, similar to other ones, but it's never a guarantee, right? CLSK, bearish divergence, reversal candle, a pending reversal candle, hit 4 shorter term targets to the downside, to the upside, hit the 200-week moving average, pumped all the way higher, right? bearish divergence, pending reversal candle on CLSK as of right now. This is all in the daily chart. Marathon Digital just came up short of longer term target 2. We got bearish divergence and is breaking down as of right now. Maybe we'll find support, put it in a higher low, maybe not. Riot did hit longer term target 1. It's already hit it once. Could be putting in a lower high here and hit this target again. So coming back to retest the 200-week moving average again, you got bearish divergence, and doesn't mean it couldn't get cleared out, find support, and flip right back around, right? So it's possible. Just big correction day. And then MIGI, right? 46% pump up, and then a 46%, 47% drop back down, right? So these are wild animals, right? You got bearish divergence, possible comes all the way back down here, right? So what a pump it was. Probably a lot of people got in on this candle here, and then it just reverses right back down on them after that. Welcome to the markets, right? Welcome to crypto. Welcome to stocks. Welcome to Bitcoin miners. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You got in here because of the hype train, and then it flips right back around on you from there. RB, sweet. Made it to the live. Awesome, RB. Welcome. Hey, thanks for being the replay crew, RB. And thanks for always commenting that you're the replay crew. I appreciate it. We need to trigger the algorithms over there. Definitely get your comments in, even if you're a replay crew. Smash the like button. We need the replay crew over there. Late, but made it. No problem. Good to see you back. Jesse, I rode FNGU, which is 3x leverage mag animal, but now looking at entering into FNGD, which is the inverse. Okay, so it's a bear ETF. Now we can take a look at it if you want. No problem. Definitely trying to help the algo. Thank you, RB. I appreciate it. So yeah, we'll circle back to that. You're the only one that's got I think you're the only one is that have put in a request so far. I'm assuming this is a request. Perhaps could you yeah, you got it. 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 Yeah, so we'll take a look at it. We'll circle back. I think you're the only request so far. Yep, pretty sure. We got NASDAQ breaking down on lower time frames, right? You got SP 500. You got possibly breaking down from this trend line here. You got bearish divergence. Is that it? Is that it? Are we going to see a correction on the SP 500? Are we going to see a correction on the NASDAQ, right? All that stuff. Let's see. Based off the lower time frame, I bet on it. I bet on it. I bet on it. Don't follow me. Don't do what I do, right? Don't do what I do. But based off the lower time frames, right? I shorted it. So I posted the 1 hour chart in the Discord as well. Very similar looking to the NASDAQ, but I shorted it, right? You got the sell signal is breaking down. Looked like a kind of a rising wedge, really. Kind of looked like a rising wedge here. And so you got a high, you got a lower high, you got another lower high on the hourly chart. Then it started to break down, sell signal here, right? And then just really started to drop out from there, right? So based off the 1 hour chart, I did take a short on NASDAQ futures. This is the SP 500 futures, but they look the same, right? And I posted in Discord. What else? What else? What else? What else? Jesse, can you check SQQQ? Yeah, you got it. Ooh, that's a bear ETF, right? I believe so. What you, Jesse, price target long-term clean spark stock? Yeah, I mean, we could look at long-term upward, but you got the higher time range we can take a look at. I requested a Dallas White. I requested ARDX Pharma stock. Okay. You got it. Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. I missed it. Could you take a look at? Yeah, you got it. All right, you were first. Tesla John, morning, Jesse. Was that just a fake breakout on Tesla, or is it coming in for retest? You think what would be level of support you would be looking for the retest if it's true breakout? Thanks. We take a look at Tesla. I mean, it was a true breakout because it had a big pump, right? So maybe it didn't go to the moon, but it definitely broke out, and it had been bullish for a while already. So uh, doesn't mean that that breakout isn't over, right? But yeah, we can take a look at it. I am shorting the video. Can you check it? Sure. Yep, just having an open mind. You got it, Myrna. Hey, have an open mind, Myrna. Stay neutral. It's a good thing. Don't become a perma bull or a perma bear. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your wealth, right? So they kind of go together a little bit. If you're struggling to pay bills, it's going to be mentally exhausting and taxing on you. So I'm not saying that money makes you happier. I'm just saying if you can pay your bills, save money, reinvest it, and continue to level up, then you don't worry about going bankrupt. You don't worry about being in debt, and you definitely don't worry about paying your bills. So it definitely helps the mental health as well. So in my opinion, so we'll take a look at it. Let's keep going. The SP 500 is Bitcoin, crypto, and stock crashing. Is this going to be a bigger correction as of right now? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. It's the start of a correction, right? And one thing I can tell you is that it's been pretty much up only since October 26th. And October 26th, I let you know on the live stream, I was out of my short from October 12th. So from October 12th, let's go back to NASDAQ. Let's clear this up here. Let's go back to the daily chart on NASDAQ. So if we're going to talk about the NASDAQ, let's talk about it. So I was in my short based off of lower time frames on October 12th. And then on the live stream, we talked about I was out of my short. It was looking like it was finding bottom on the lower time frames. In hindsight, that was a correct idea. In hindsight, I wish I would have gotten back in on a leveraged long position because that was a much bigger move to the upside than this short here. That was a nice move. I'm not going to lie. That was a nice move. But I'm not going to lie. This was a much better move to upside, and I didn't take that leverage long position, right? So it kind of caught me from here. I just didn't want to chase it, right? I didn't want to chase it. And then from here, by then I just let it go, and I was on to other pastures, right? Greener pastures, right? You don't want to chase. So in hindsight, it would have been a great move, especially, kind of mapping out like that. That would have been probably the entry back here at 14,700-ish. And that would have been a massive move to the upside. Because if you're talking about this move here, say 15% multiplied by leverage, that's going to be 150% move. So maybe you capture 100% move possibly, right? So that's a massive move, much bigger move than to the downside, right? So in hindsight, I wish I would have done it. I missed it. I didn't get it, but I wasn't shorting tops, right? So now here we are. We've got bearish divergence. It's been a massive move. It's been a nice ride, not even really a deeper correction as of right now. Could the top be in? It's possible. It's possible. Or it could just be a shorter term correction. It puts in a higher low and then continues upward after that. So we're not calling for macro tops yet. We're not calling for additional all-time highs. It's currently at all-time highs, but it could be a correction because that was such a massive move of just pretty much just straight up towards the end of the season, the end of the year. And so now we're looking at bearish divergence and a correction, right? So bearish divergence, we'll see if it puts in a lower high, and then we'll find out if it puts in if it corrects deeper after that, and then we'll find out if it puts in a higher low, right? So you got a low. If it puts in a higher low, then it'll be another buy the dip scenario, right? Could be another buy the dip scenario. So too early to say, but it just seems like some profit taking is happening, right? Some profit taking is happening, and it's possible that it ends up breaking down. Remember, my short position is based off of a lower time frame, so I might be out of it, and then it might bounce back up higher, and then it might be in it again. I don't know yet. It's still early, it was based off of a lower time frame, right? So it's ultra bearish on the 1 hour chart, and that's what it's based off of right now. But this is a longer term upward trend line. So it doesn't mean it won't find support and then continue upward, right? So don't let it get too confusing. When the daily chart is still bullish, but I'm in a short based off of lower time frames. But a couple things to point out, right? When it's really bullish, it's not typical that you have these big flash crashes, right? So it could be starting to make a trend change, right? It could start to make a trend change. It's just something to be aware of. And that's where we're going to keep an eye on, right? So big flash crashes, battles, uh, takes out some more shorts, and then flash crash down again, right? So we will see if it's going to continue to put in higher lows or if it starts to take out pivot points, right? So that's what we're going to continue to watch. But the short is based off of lower time frames, not higher time frames, right? So you got to keep those separated if you're going to be trading both, right? So still in the uptrend. We put that on the chart a long time ago. The arrow, everything is still up right now, and then we had an arrow that would possibly break down from there. So doesn't mean it won't, right? We got the arrow pointing down like that, starts breaking down from there, and that's what we'll continue to watch, right? That's the Nasdaq futures. That's what we're kind of looking at right now. Let's take a look at the VIX. The VIX, we talked about, this was looking like a low, kind of pumped up all the way to $14.53 on the VIX, which is the volatility S&P 500. When the VIX is pumping, typically there's a correction going on. So it kind of lines up with it, right? It definitely kind of, right? I mean, it kind of lines up with it. So this could be potentially a higher low, right? So if the VIX starts to pump up, right, we have bullish divergence, possible higher low. If it does, we could see a correction, a retracement on the VIX to the upside, which would give us a correction, retracement to the downside on, and that all kind of lines up. So that's what we're kind of looking at right now. And that was also kind of playing the part of, looking for a possible short based off of lower time frames. I wasn't looking for it on this pump, but on the higher low, I'm starting to look at it now more and more, and I'm in on it on the 1 hour chart as of right now. We'll see if I get out of it or if I add to my position. It's based off the lower time frame. So hope that all makes sense. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. Hey, can we look at AAP, Advanced Auto Parts? I'm in a long position. Sure. Yep. Good. All right. So that's the VIX. Let's take a quick glance at the 10-year yield. Is it going to find support? We don't know yet. It's possible it's finding support at the fourth target area. It's got some work to do. Could see some higher rates, possibly. Way too early to say. Still bearish on the 10-year yields. Could get a retracement though, right? Possibly back to 4%, 4.5%, something like that. Maybe even higher, right? We don't know. Let's see what else. What else? So we've got PayPal is down 2%, right? Uh, Still bullish on the daily chart, but it's starting to break down as of right now. Weekly chart, still bullish as of right now. But the week is almost over. It would finish still bullish and right around where the buy signal is. Doesn't mean it can't come back down, retest the trending dots, back test this downward trend line, and then push off higher after that. And that would kind of put in that higher low that we were talking about, a more defined higher low. So if there was a more defined higher low like this, right, that would be a positive. That's what we talked about. We covered it. We were looking for it. And if so, it might add to my position after that. But as of right now, I'm continuing to hold it based off of getting in on the daily chart, and then we'll see about a higher low from there. And that would be very, very healthy and positive move for PayPal in the long term, right? Remember, long-term bullish divergence, right? Got a gap at $72. 200-week moving average 146. A lot of reasons why. So we'll see how it plays out. Still currently bullish. T-Dot, similar thoughts, right? Similar thoughts on T-Dot. Well, let's keep going. We got a lot of requests now. So we'll see if we can get to them all. The late requests, not sure we're going to be able to get to them all. If you put in requests, 45 minutes in, it's gonna be tough to get to them. So let's keep going. Let's circle back. Let's jump into it. Oh, let's quickly look at Magnificent Seven, NVIDIA, right? We covered it. We've been covering it. Bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. This could be a possible lower high. Too early to say. Too early to say in NVIDIA, but there is bearish divergence, and this could be a possible lower high. We'll continue to watch it. Meta is still ultra bullish on the daily chart. Could put in bearish divergence, but too early to say. Amazon could be bearish divergence, but too early to say. Microsoft could be bearish divergence. It is bearish divergence. Could be a possible lower high. Too early to say. Tesla, right? Tesla has been bullish. Had a buy signal back here, pumped up, put in a higher low. This is a weekly chart, and then it was bullish again at 234, and then it was breaking out even higher after that, right? And then after that breakout, came all the way to 264, comes back, could come all the way back down, back test these trending dots, and then move up to the higher. But if you break down the daily chart, right? The daily chart, buy signal is back here. Again, 238. Weekly chart is 234. And then it's been bullish since. And then you've got bearish divergence, right? So bearish divergence here, followed by a reversal candle. We even talked about it back here before it pumped up. Would it come back down, put in a higher low? It did. It bounced back up. But now you're putting in bearish divergence with a reverse candle. You get a close back below here. We'll see, because it could flash a pending sell signal. You do have bearish divergence, and that might be it. Could come back in for a retracement. It's possible. Remember, you got a small gap over here at 225 as well. So overall, it's pretty choppy, though. It's pretty choppy. Outside of this massive move up, big move down, right? It becomes choppier, and it's harder to trade when it's choppier. So is it better to find other, trending assets, or is it better to battle it, right? If you go back to like November 14th, it's been pretty choppy since November 14th, right? This is all pretty choppy. Yeah, there's been some pretty big pumps and stuff, but it's pretty much on relative strength. It's been going sideways. And if you look back all the way to like, I don't know, even August 2023, except for that big move down to the downside, I mean, it's been pretty stable and flat on relative strength. So it's pretty choppy, and it's more difficult to trade. I haven't been trading Tesla. So I know we hit a bunch of targets to the upside. We hit a bunch of targets to the downside. And then after that, kind of lost interest, to be honest, right? Then you had a retracement here, and then a move down, and then, flat all through here. So I kind of lost interest personally, but I was more interested back in here, and not as interested lately. So that's that. There was that, a move up, higher low, bearish divergence, reverse candle. Could see a pending sell signal on Tesla, right? Apple, we've got bearish divergence. We got a possible lower high here, and now we have a pending sell signal on Apple, right? So we had this trend line drawn out a long time ago. I'm going to draw it out like that, right? Got bearish divergence, a lower high, another possible lower high here, and now we got a pending sell signal. So the retracement could be on. That would line up with the NASDAQ. So maybe Apple's kind of leading the way, because the NASDAQ futures doesn't have a sell signal, but Apple does, right? And remember, Apple was all the way up to over $3 trillion again, right? So it was up over $3 trillion again. It was at like 3 trillion back here. Possible double top. It did put in a higher high, uh, put in a new all-time high, a new 2023 high, and then put in a lower high, another lower high, pending sell signal. At least a retracement could be on. I can map out the targets. What if this is like kind of a head and shoulders pattern over here, right? Kind of a head and shoulders pattern, and it drops back down, comes back down here from there. So Apple is breaking down, bearish divergence, lower highs, pending sell signal on Apple. Google, additional bearish divergence long term, all-time highs, right? All-time highs. Nope. 2023 highs. 2023 highs broke out, coming back to retest the trending dots. Maybe it comes all the way back down. We don't know. So Google only down 0.6%, kind of flat today. Apple still not even down 1%, but does have a pending sell signal on Apple. Continue to watch it. That's Magnificent Seven. With that, I think that's it. Let's go into all the requests and see if anything else sparks our interest. Bitcoin, pending sell signal. Apple, pending sell signal. NASDAQ, no pending sell signal yet, right? So we'll continue to watch it. Let's see. I think, CleanSpark. CleanSpark. Okay, we'll take a look at CleanSpark. We already took a look at it. Today, I buy CleanSpark stock. If Bitcoin going down, what recommend? Well, I don't recommend buying tops. You know, let me attempt. Tarzanas. Oh, hopefully, I said that pretty close. I apologize if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, but we were talking about buying CleanSpark back here below $4, right? So below $4 is where we were talking about buying this downward trend. This, if you're buying tops and not buying these breakouts, I suggest I recommend you not trading, right? I recommend you not trading or investing until you come up with a strategy, right? Because it seems like you're chasing momentum. You're chasing the fear of missing out. You're chasing massive pumps to the upside, right? So my recommendation is don't trade or invest. You're probably going to end up losing money because we were covering it and we were talking about CleanSpark and I was in positions and there's a 240% move. It doesn't mean CleanSpark can't go higher, but buying it up here is not something that I want to get in the habit of, right? So after 240% move, you bought it today. There's bearish divergence, right? There are signs of a reversal. Then you've got a reversal candle, a pending reversal candle. I wouldn't be buying there. Where I was buying was down here, 380, below $400, right? I was buying back here. It was hitting targets to the upside, right? So I took some profit taking on some of my options plays back here. It had hit four targets. There's shorter term plays, right? So I took profits there and then let some stock ride to the upside, right? Get in the habit. If you don't have a strategy, you better get one because I wouldn't be buying here. I'm trying to buy back here, not up here, right? You've got overbought candles. You've got sometimes when the magic happens, but you've got overbought. It was ultra bullish. Sometimes when the magic happens, it's when we have magic wand. And then you've got bearish divergence. And now you got a pending reversal candle, right? That's a bearish engulfing candle as well from this candle, right? If you take off the indicator, that's a bearish engulfing candle. That is a reversal candle, right? So I wouldn't be buying there. And that's my recommendation is don't buy the tops, right? And it's not we're not just saying this in hindsight. We talked about this and covered it back here on these buy the dip scenarios back below $4. So that's what I recommend. Getting a strategy and buying down here, not up at $13, right? Or $12, wherever you bought. So you know, that's what I recommend. And other than that, I can't give any financial advice on it. I can just tell you, I recommend getting a strategy. And if you zoom out here, it's still currently ultra bullish, but it doesn't mean the price couldn't come back down, let the trending dots catch up all the way back down to $6.50. So you're going to have some pumps. You're going to have some retracements along the way, big pumps. Maybe it only comes back 200-week moving average. Maybe it doesn't even come back that far while it clears out the bearish divergence and then continues upward. As far as longer term, there's a lot of potential left on Clean Spark, right? A lot of potential to the upside. So even on the weekly chart, it's chasing, right? Because the last buy signal on the weekly chart was at $5.50, let's call it. So buying at $12, you're already chasing it, and your fear of missing out, it was already ultra bullish. And so, just don't chase. That's what I recommend. Buy at the lows, sell at the highs, not vice versa, right? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Dallas White RDX Pharma stock. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Thanks for doing it twice. I missed it, but I'll circle back. Okay. Big Pharma, or is this Little Pharma? Could you take a look? RX Pharma. Okay. Let's see. What else? I requested. Yep. So I'm not sure if you're already in a position or not. This is the weekly chart. Big crash down from April 2021. Big crash down from $8 all the way to 55 cents. Looks like it found bottom here. Higher lows, double bottom here. Regain the 200-week moving average. Currently ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It's really far extended away from the trending dots. Looks like a key retracement area, and it's filled this big move down here, right? It has back tested it, filled it. So currently still ultra bullish, getting pretty far extended away. And this huge drop down, it's filled a lot of that back in, right? So if you look at it, the daily chart, right? Letting the trending dots catch up. Could be a possible lower high. Could get in a possible retracement, but there's no sell signal yet. You can see back here, there's a big gap at $7.35, right? Big gap down. That was a massive gap. So a lot of that gap has been filled. It fully hasn't been filled, but that is a 70% gap fill, right? It hasn't been fully filled, but that was a 70% gap. And so far, it's filled, let's see, 676. It's filled a lot of that, right? So that gap there to right there. So there's about a 7.5% gap left to be filled. So it filled like 63% of that gap. That was an amazing drop to the downside and an amazing rally back up to the upside, filling a 70% gap. So I don't know what your plan is now, but it's not a buy for me now because me personally, because the weekly chart already had its moves. I would have wanted to buy towards the bottom in hindsight, right? I would have wanted to buy. This would have been the last buy the dip scenario back here at about $4, let's call it. And so that's kind of it. So I'm not sure if you have any follow-up questions, Dallas, but that's what I'm seeing right now. Let's see. So we got Clean Spark, did RDX. What else? FNGU. So you want to look at RBFNGD. Okay, got it. FNGD. It's a inverse bear, right? Let's take a look at it. Yeah. So the daily chart, there's no buy signal yet. There are signs of life, but you just have to know this is extremely high risk. We're over an hour, but I don't have a hat on today. So I can't flip it backwards. But we are over an hour. Let's smash the like. Let's smash the subscribe button, and let's help me help you help me, right? So help me out. We're over an hour, and we're going to keep going. So there are signs of life on FNGD microsectors FANG inverse, right? Kind of lines up, but it hasn't even gone back above the trending dots. It's still bearish as of right now. So you're guessing that the bottom is in. It's possible the bottom is in, right? But you're guessing it right now. So there's no higher probabilities as of right now. Still bearish on the weekly chart, right? And if you look at this over time, this is a losing game, right? So this is like a short-term play because over time, you're just going to lose money on these. These are designed by the casino to take your money. So you might get a pump or two. So I wouldn't recommend FNGD unless you know exactly what you're doing, RB, because why give away money, right? I'd rather make $10 than to lose 100. You see what I'm saying, right? I'd rather make $10 than lose 100. So that's that's my own personal thoughts. Do what you want, not financial advice whatsoever. Obviously, obviously not financial advice. The weekly chart is still bearish. You can see, it's a losing game, right? It's down only, just like the market's typically up only over time. There are massive corrections along the way, but this you can just see it's just perpetual down, right? Perpetual down since it was created. So, yes, you can catch massive moves, could be life changing, but most likely you won't catch the lightning in the bottle unless it's a short term play. If it's a short term play, then it's possible that you catch lightning in a bottle, right? The daily chart, still bearish. Weekly chart, always bearish, right? You'd have to drop down probably the 4-hour chart. And it is regaining the trending dots on the 4-hour chart, right? So it's a possibility that it's gaining strength there, but I wouldn't hold it for a long time. That's what I'm trying to say. Is if you do play it, I wouldn't try to hold it for a long time. I'd be playing it personally on my own self on based off of shorter time frames, right? But even so, you got a big pump up, reverse back down, big pump up, reverse back down. It's just not something I'm really interested in trading myself. Maybe if you threw lunch money on, whatever that means to you, whatever money you're willing to lose, you're willing to lose every single dollar. You take friends out for lunch, you're going to pick up the tab. You don't even blink about it. You don't even think about it. You're not even saying, ooh, this tab is expensive, right? That's what I mean on lunch money. If you're using lunch money, then who cares, right? So that's that. Hope that helps, RB. Let's get back on the daily chart. Let's see. Myrna, SQQ. Same thoughts on SQQQ, Myrna. Same thoughts. So let's take a look at it. But my whole rant, same thoughts on SQQ, right? So let's take a look at it. Ultra bearish, right? Had this pump and then dump, right? So pump, hit this longer term target up here, and then went on to make lower lows. So the exact same thoughts as FNGD, I think it was, yeah, FNGD. Uh, you can catch pumps. I caught this one, right? I caught that one. I played it to the upside, but you just got to know that it's going to reverse back down. And then are you going to catch another one, right? So I don't make a habit of it, but it's still ultra bearish on SQQQ. It's perpetual down, right? It's always perpetual down. You can catch bounces here. Sometimes you can catch them back in here, 2022, right? And then, but if you just look at it, perpetual down, perpetual down, perpetual down forever, right? It's the casino's way of taking the gambler's money. So don't be locked into it. Don't be a perma bear and just hold this indefinitely down, right? Don't hold it definitely down. Not financial advice. I wouldn't hold it indefinitely down. it would be for a quick pump and dump, right? Pump it and dump it. So if you drop down to like, say, the 4-hour chart, right? You look back here in the 4-hour chart, and that's what it was. That's what it was. You got the buy signal breaking out here, pumped up, and then it reverses all the way back down, right? So that's a losing man woman's game. It's designed by the casinos, and they love taking your money. They love taking your money. Uh, let's see. Yep. Got it. What else? AAP Caesar. Awesome. Well, let's do it. Let's take a look at it. AAP. No, not O. P. All right. I don't think I've ever charted this one. I'm in a long position. Okay. Where did you buy from? Just curious. So you had a low here at $48. You had a higher low, a slightly higher low, even a double bottom, right? And then a buy signal. And then it's been a strong move since, that last buy signal all the way up to $66. And here we are now, right? So there's no bearish divergence, but is this going to be a lower high? It's possible. It's still bullish on the daily chart overall, right? Something to pay attention to is the RSI went all the way to 75, had an RSI sell signal, could be putting in possible lower highs, meaning it could come back in for lower retracements, but doesn't mean it won't put in another higher low, right? If this is a low, a higher low, slightly higher low, could put in another higher low, right? But expect pullbacks and retracements along the way. Oh, there's a 4-hour chart. Hold on. Time out. That's a 4-hour chart. Daily chart, low, higher low, double bottom. Okay, we're still on track. Still bullish on the daily chart, right? Doesn't mean it couldn't put in this lower high. I mean, everything is still the same as what I said, but we got off the 4-hour chart, right? So this is a big, massive move down. This is a retracement back up into here, right? And then is it going to get a retracement from that big move up to $66? It's possible, but daily chart is bullish. Could be finding support at the trailing dots. Even the 4-hour chart is still currently bullish. And then if you go to the weekly chart, it hasn't even flipped bullish yet, right? There are signs of strength. There are signs of relative strength, but it hasn't even flipped bullish yet. You got a couple green trending dots as of right now. But like I said, it doesn't mean it couldn't come back down, put in like a macro higher low, around that $55, $56, then kind of flip back around and then finally get a buy signal. Could take some time to play out. So this could possibly be the macro low. This could possibly be a slightly higher low. It could possibly put in another higher low, right? And then start to flip back around. It may take weeks, months, or maybe even a year for the ship to get turned around, possibly, right? It's possible it takes a long time for the ship to get turned around. There is longer term bullish divergence going back to May 2023. But if we've learned anything, is we've seen a lot of stocks go through bullish divergence and or a bottoming phase for a year and a half. I'm not saying that AAP will do that, but I'm saying it's possible. So, it is possible it's it's a low, but it doesn't mean there couldn't be another low. Too early to say. It's well below the 200-week moving average. So if you got in, say down here, maybe your risk to reward ratio is pretty good. I mean, it came all the way back down to 2010 levels, right? I mean, it just crashed. It had a huge crash from like December 2021, right? December 2021 just crashed all the way down to $48. It's possible the bottom is in, but there's not a higher probability reversal yet on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, it's already bullish. So we'll see. We will see. But it was all the way up at 244. So it's better than buying up at 244, right? So that's it. Hour 15 minutes. Brendan Sutherland, we need it. Oh, I think I got a hat around here. All right. We need it. We need it. We need it. We need to get pumped up. We need to get pumped up. Hour 15 minutes. Let's go. SQQ. Yep. Hi, Jesse. Do I need any to download any apps when I get the $79? You need TradingView. You need TradingView. So the free version, right? The free version of TradingView, I think you can have, I don't know, because I have 2 premium accounts on TradingView. So I pay for the premium accounts. But on TradingView, I think you can do the free version. You can have up to 2 indicators. So the $79, you get 2 indicators. You get the sharpshooter candles and you get sharpshooter RSI. So probably don't need anything more than that anyways. So download TradingView and then the free version, and then the $79, I'll add you to TradingView. So let me know if you have any further questions. You can direct message me or whatever. Just let me know. Happy to help. Yes, the gap was insane. Yeah, that was a 70% gap. Crazy. Looking for a possible short-term lunch money swing. There you go. There you go, Myrna. Short-term lunch money. There you go. Wait patiently. Wait for your sniper entry. Wait patiently, depending on what time frame you're on, and then think about that you're not going to eat lunch today or tomorrow, whenever that is, and then maybe you could buy 2 lunches, right? Who knows? Who knows? All right, so last one looks like TMF. We got it in. Sambuff, Kalia, TMF. All right, you got it. You got it. Is that stock? Is that stock? I don't know. Someone let me know if that's stock, TMF, or 20-year Treasury Bull 3X shares, right? Is that what we're looking at? Is that what we're looking at? Let me know. If not, if you could give me more details, that would help. Looks like someone's wanted me to look at this one before, kind of mapped it out. It's of a lot of speculation, a lot of possibilities, right? So looking at it, kind of zooming in, I'm going to say that there's probably bullish divergence back here, right? Long-term bullish divergence, and then a buy signal, right? Could come back down, put in a higher low, retest the trailing dots, and then continue upward. We don't know yet, but it's still bullish on the weekly chart on TMF. The Dirixian daily 20-year Treasury Bull 3X, right? So high risk, high reward, 3X leverage. There was a buy signal on the weekly chart. It's still bullish on the weekly chart. As of right now, it doesn't mean it can't go lower to put in a higher low. Like I said, the trending dots on the weekly chart are at about, just call it $52, right? About $52. And there is bearish divergence. The daily chart was overbought, aka when the magic happens, right? There is bearish divergence. There is a pending RSI sell signal. It could be coming in for a retracement. It could put in a higher low. You got the trending dots. What was it? What did I say? 50, 52, $52, right? No, $51. Let's call it $51, right? So $51, that kind of looks like a nice retracement area, possibly, right? So the weekly chart is bullish. The daily chart is bullish, but there is bearish divergence. Could see a reversal, possibly come back to like $56, $52, $51, maybe even lower. There is a little gap down here at $42. Could put in a higher low and then reverse back around. So keep that in mind on TMF if you're already in a long position. If you're planning on holding it long term, then you just have to be prepared for retracements and pullbacks along the way. Unless your plan is to take profits and then buy back in lower, make sure you have a plan, make sure you have a strategy, and execute it to the best of your ability. Wow, here we are, 1 hour, 20 minutes. How many likes do we have? How many likes do we have? 1 hour, 20 minutes for the final live stream of 2023 on a Friday. We had to flip the hat backwards. We're going deep into it. Should we pop the collar too? I have a collar. Should we pop the collar, or is that too much? Is that too much? That's my golf. That's my golf look. Maybe after a beer or something, right? So, pop the collar. Hats on backwards. Hour 20 minutes. We did it. We did it. We did it. Brendan Sutherland, we needed it. We needed it. You got it. You got it, Brendan. What else? What else? What else? Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. Yep. Holding, planning with rate cuts. Okay. Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Already liked. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate that. Thank you for all of your support. And by the way, these live streams are free, right? I don't make any money on these live streams. In fact, I lose money because of the live stream service that I pay for is $50 a month, right? So I pay for a live stream service and it's $50 a month. So I'm in a hole every single month. So help me, help you, help me. I'm happy to do it. I have a good time. I like helping people. I'm losing money. But if we're going to do the live streams, we're going to do it right. So we pay for the live streaming service, and that's what we're doing. And we'll continue to do it. We're going to plan to do it all 2024. And I've become monetized because of all of you. You've helped me out. And so I've made $16 in December minus the $50 for the streaming service. So I'm only negative, what is that? $34. Is that 34? 50. What's 50 minus 16? Yeah. $34, right? I'm only negative $34 for December. So we're going to the moon on the live streams. And, so anyways, we'll keep going. Let's circle back for Bitcoin. Just want to take a quick glance at it since we're on it. Yep, still pending sell signal as of right now. Gold. What's gold doing? Silver has a pending sell signal as well, right? Pending sell signal on silver. This is a high, possible lower high, possible sell signal, right? Pending sell signal. It was all the way down to $23.53, kind of pushing back up. We'll see how the day closes. Gold, is it going to follow silver? Possibly, right? Possibly. Additional possible bearish divergence. We'll see. That's what we're kind of watching right now. Let's go back to the NASDAQ. Still holding on. Let's see the 1 hour chart. We're on the lower time frames as well. Yep. It was oversold. Let's see if it puts in some sort of bear flag, kind of lets the trading dots catch up, and then possibly makes a lower move lower, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. That's the NASDAQ lower time frames. Bitcoin, there's a 1 hour chart. Stay off the 1 hour chart, folks. A lower high, reversal, and a sell signal all at once. Boom, just hit it to the downside, right? Those are all in the 1 hour chart. So daily chart, still pending sell signal. 150,000 by June, according to Doc. I don't think so. Sorry, my man. It's not going to happen. With that, I hope you have a good rest of your Friday. I hope you have a good rest of your year, 2023. Map out 2024. Make some goals. Make some plans. Become a better trader. Become a better investor. Have a strategy, and then execute those plans. Hope you have a good, safe, happy, fun New Year's, and we will see you in 2024 on Tuesday. Remember, Monday is closed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Myrna. I appreciate everyone. And with that, I hope you have a good weekend and have a little bit of safe fun out there. And we'll see you on the next one. All right.